Hello friends, welcome once again to another Power BI tutorial by SlideScope. In this tutorial, you will learn building dashboards. So here you can see an example dashboard that we have prepared to demonstrate how a dashboard can be created with the help of a data set. The data set that we are using in this tutorial is the sample superstore sales data set. So here you can see the data set. In this data set, we have details of sales of products in a company for 5 consecutive years, 4 or 5 years, and every order here has a order date, has a shipping date, shipping mode, it has a customer name, segment, country, city, state, postal code, region, and so on. Every product has a unique product ID as well. There are categories to which these products belong, and there are subcategories also. When a product is sold, so the sales amount of that particular product in that particular order is written here. How much quantity was sold and whether some discount was given on the product sale or not, or profit. So now this profit, sales, quantity and discount are the numerical variables which will help us in different type of aggregate calculations. And with the help of this data using Power BI, we have created this sample dashboard. So this tutorial is for beginners who want to learn how to create a dashboard. So in this tutorial, you will learn how to create a pie chart, how to create a column chart. I am naming these columns. So how to create a pie chart, a column chart, a donut chart, a map, an area chart, and how to display total sales, total profit, or some measure, how to display some measure here in cards. So these are cards. Now the version that we are using in our case is latest to December 2023, and in some cases the visualization might be present here in insert. So from here also you can add a visual to your report. So now we will create a similar report like this. In this report we have selected sample sales dashboard, like all the variables like subcategory wise sales, segment wise sales, region wise sales, and state wise sales. Everything that we are displaying here are related to the sales variable. Let's create another dashboard from scratch, or another report from scratch, where we will create something like this, but this time we will use profit. So let's start. There will be several steps that will be done only for the designing or the UI purpose, and there will be several steps that will involve calculation of data and everything. So let's dive into it. First of all, when you will create a new page here, you can rename your page to whatever you want. So let's say this is our profit dashboard. So I am calling it as my profit dashboard. Now here these navigation items are very important. These navigation menus are very important, and in order to take full advantage of the area, what we have done is we have collapsed this. You can expand or collapse these various windows or various panes in order to increase your working area. Now what we are going to do is, first we will expand it so that we have all the options available, and go to insert tab. So in a blank page, go to insert tab and you can select shape. You can also select an image, but this time we are doing with the help of shapes, and select a rectangular shape. You can take any shape of your choice, but we are selecting a rectangular shape, and I am making it full width. So by clicking it, we can make it full width, and you can adjust the height and width of this tab. So this shape, this is our top bar where our heading will come. We can also put different type of cards and everything here, dynamic heading or static heading. Now when I will click it, so you have to focus on this tab. So when I am not clicking this shape box, I have clicked outside, so I can see this visualization tab. But when I will click on it, you will see a format option here. So in the format option, you will find various options to set the style of this shape. So for example, when you will go to this format tab, you will see style, and in a style you can select any color. So in the last example we selected this color. You can also see a hexadecimal code for this color, so that you can adjust. You can particularly put more colors into it, and these are the recent colors. So this time I will use this dark color here for profit. I will use this dark red or maroon, whatever you want to call it. And now this is our first step. Now we have to display some information over it, so like some heading over it. So we will drag a text box here. So when you will click a text box, this text box will appear here, and I will call it sample profit dashboard. Right now the font is very small and it is not visible clearly. That's why after selecting it, I will increase the font size to 20, and then I will reduce this box size to fit the width of it. Make sure that your scroll, let me show you, this scroller is not there, means this scroll is not there. So adjust the size so that this scrolling feature is not there in the box. Now I will bring this sales sample profit dashboard just to the middle of the screen. You can see the guidelines that these are also helping us to align these elements. So you can see this. At this point you can see I am vertically in the middle of this box and horizontally also in the center of this box. So that's why I will leave it here. Now when you will click this particular box, then you will see the format option, and these format options are for this block here. Okay, so we can go to these properties like height and width, position, title, effects. So in effects you will see the background. So what I am going to do is I will change the background color to our theme color, and this way I can change the background of it. And from here, this is font color, I will choose this font. So first of all I will select it, and then I will choose this font color. You can also change your font as per your requirement. So I am currently keeping the default font, and what I am going to do is while the font is selected, I will make it bold as well and increase size a little bit so that the text is visible. Now if you are thinking, when I am clicking on this box, this font is disappearing, and when I am clicking outside, then the font is appearing. So let me click on this. When you click on any particular element, you can go to format, and here you will see an option to bring this thing forward or backward. So I will bring to front because I want this to be displayed on the top of our dashboard. So this is one thing. Now after doing this, we will again drag, so we will go to insert once again, and from here we will again drag a shape, and that shape is again going to be the rectangular shape, and this time I am going to put it in the left hand sidebar. So in the earlier case I put it in the right hand sidebar. In this case I will put it in the left hand sidebar. So after putting it in the left hand sidebar, again you can increase the speed of this video. You can set it to something like 1.25 in order to watch it watch it quickly. But again, because we have to explain everything here, that's why I am going slowly. Now again, for this shape also I will do the same thing. I will go to the style, I will pick any color, and this time I will just choose a lighter shade of this color. Again, choice of colors and everything also depends upon brand guidelines for the company for which you are developing these dashboards. You might need to put some logo over here. So I will show you how to put a logo on your sample dashboard. So here, let's say the brand requires you to put a logo on the top. So what you can do is, here in insert tab you have image, and from here just I will load this image, this logo, and again you can see it is because this image size is smaller. First of all, I will make it in the actual real size, and so you have to adjust the size and width accordingly, and then you can put a logo somewhere so that it is visible. If the logo is transparent, you can also put it on top. Again, as I said, the color of your dashboard, the background colors and everything depends upon your brand guideline and everything. It will be given to you. Otherwise, you can design according to your creativity. So let me put the logo here. I will decide later where to put it. Now we have to show some values here. Like, for example, we have to show total profit here and quantity here, things like that. I can copy that card, but since we are doing it for the first time in this video, so what I will do is, I will simply, these are all cards. So in your visual, find card. You can, from here also, you can type new visual and choose card over here. Here you have more visuals from my files, things like that. But if you are seeing visuals here in whatever version you are working, so from here you will have options to choose your visuals, but in most of the cases it will be present here. So in this right hand sidebar, so I will choose this card and I will drag its shape, size accordingly, and I will try to adjust it here. So make the width of this card as per width of your sidebar element, and now I am doing this. So click on this card and go to format and bring it to front as well, because it will be always on top. Now we have to put some data, we have to show some data over here, and for showing that data, when you will click this card, you will see fields, add data field here. So what data field do you want to show? As discussed, we want to show the sum of profit. So when I will click profit, you can see sum of orders profit. Sum of orders profit means sum of orders is the name of the table and profit is the name of the field. So this is sum of profit. You can expand it and you can choose average also, minimum also, maximum also. I will show you in a bit. Now, first of all, the background of this particular card is white. So how to change its background according to the dashboard background? So for that we will, when you will click on this card, you will see this brush like icon over here. So this is formatting your visuals. So for every visual you will see this option, and here in general we will go to effects. You saw that background is always in effects. So by doing some practice, this thing will be you will very easily remember these things. And from here I will choose the color as this, or I can also choose the darker shade so that uh, it is looking in some kind of a theme. But now with the darker background, our font is not visible. So we will go to the visual tab, and here we have call out value. So the font color and everything is in the call out value, like the value that you are calling out, right? So you will choose the color to something like a lighter color which is visible. Now just below your value, that is 286,000.40k, a profit is written. So this is call out label. First of all, you can switch it on or off, means visible or not visible, and you can choose its color. So I will choose this color like this. In every card, or particularly in every visual, there is a title also. So I will go to the general tab and I can turn on the title. Title is this. First let me show you. So this, you can see total sales. So this is the title of that card. So in order to show the title of that card, click on that visual, go to format option, go to general, and turn the title on, and here you have to put some text. So what is this? This is total profit. And as per my design, I will choose the font size as 18, and I will choose the text color a bit lighter, but you can customize it as per your requirement. And now the title is aligned on the left hand side. What I will do is I will align the title in center. So this is how you can do it. You can also create a subtitle, a divider. Divider will be some kind of line. So let's say you can see a line here, right? And you can choose a divider color also. Let's select a white color. So this way you can customize the look of your card. And now we have created it. So this is total profit. Now let's say we want to show the average profit also, minimum profit and maximum profit in a particular sale, just for the sake of understanding. So first of all, what I will do is I will reduce its size because I have to show other elements also. I can copy it, okay. So, and I can use the commands Control C and Control V. So now its duplicate visual will be there, but here I don't want to show the sum of profit, and I want to call this as average profit. So first of all, click on it, and here you can see in the fields, by default it is sum. I will take average. So average profit per sale is 28.66 in this data set. Like sometimes the profit is $41, $219. You can see sometimes it is loss also. So that's why the average total profit per row in the data is 28.66. and I will change the title of this visual because this is not total profit, this is average profit. So you can download this data set from the resources or the description section. You will find the link to this data set, and you can do it along with this video also in order to better understand what I am doing. And now I have average profit. When you have to describe some numerical variable, let's say we have to describe profit. So in order to describe a variable, statistically describe a variable, you can show count of it, total profit, that means the sum, the minimum, the maximum. So as an exercise, you can take average, minimum, maximum yourself, and you can display those things as well. Now next, what I will do is I will display, along with profit, I will also display quantity. So again, I will do Control C and Control V, and this time instead of average profit, I will cross this and I will say quantity. This is what is the total number of quantity? Is 38,000 products quantity have been sold in this data, and this is average, not average profit. So again, repetitive work, but just let's do it. So total quantity sold, and that's how we will do this. So now we have finished our left hand sidebar. You can again copy this, and you can create a footer over here also. If you are familiar little bit with web designing concepts, so we have header, we have footer, we have a left hand sidebar, right hand sidebar in the main content area. So you can do those things, like suppose you want to show some credentials or you want to show the name of your website, things like that can be displayed over here. So I will choose text. So let's choose text box, and again in the text box, just give me sometimes it is very difficult to spot where the text box is, but the cursor is blinking here. So I will write www.slidescope.com. I will increase its size to somewhere around 18, make the text bold, make the text white, and then I will drag it. And then I will simply go to its effects, where we can see the background, and I will choose this background. So again, we are not discussing more about it. So sometimes in footer you can put your email, phone number if it is required. Now after doing all of this, let's draw some more visuals. So first of all, we will draw in a pie chart. So this is a pie chart. Now when you see a data, and in that data, let's say there are 9,000 rows. Obviously there are 9,000 rows. Okay, 9,995 rows. So in this data set, there are a lot of variables or columns or data fields, we can say. So in this you have data fields with date data type, data fields with whole number data type, data fields, this is whole number, data fields with decimal number data type. But you have some data fields where there is a column in which the values are repetitive. So this is all example of a categorical data. Categorical data can be something like hair color. So no matter how many people you survey or means how many people you talk to, if you ask them or if you see their hair color, then you will see only a limited number of options like red, blonde, black, things like that. And similarly, in case of gender also, there are only limited options available. So categorical columns are very important. Like for example, in this case, consumer, home office, and corporate. Only these three options are available in 9,990, let's say 10,000 rows. So in almost 10,000 rows, only three options are available. So in such cases, creation of pie chart and donut chart is recommended, and the similar case is in this very data set. Similarly, you can see we have category also. Category is nothing but furniture, office supplies, and technology. So you have region also. Only four regions are available in this data. So that's why what we are going to do, as we have to see segment wise profit, like what was the profit in every segment, yeah, or each segment, what was the profit in every category and subcategory. So what we will do, first we will choose a pie chart. When you will choose a pie chart, you can drag its size here, and in the pie chart you will see legend values. Legend is something that is displayed as a reference, like this you can see is a legend ship mode, right? So this is a legend which is showing that blue color belongs to standard class, this dark blue color belongs to second class, orange color belongs, this is a legend. So in legend we have to first click on your pie chart. In legend we have to drag something. So let's say we will drag category in legends. Okay, so we will drag category in legends. So now you can see we have three categories. So three colors have been automatically decided for these three categories, and then it wants to show what value you want to show, what is the numerical value that you want to show for this legend in the pie chart. So obviously we are building a profit dashboard here, so we will do this way. You will see that in our case technology is the most profitable category in which products were sold. So this is what pie chart does. Now similar to pie chart, there is bar chart also. Like criteria for selecting a pie chart and bar chart is same. Like in bar chart also we have two axes in bar chart. So on x-axis we select some dimension like category or subcategory, and on y-axis we select value, because in pie chart you have the height of the bar, in bar chart you have the height of the bars, and the height of the bars is represented by the value, right? So in case of subcategory, let's say, so we don't have 4 or 5 subcategories, but we have more than 10 subcategories, and displaying more than 10 subcategories in a pie chart will be very difficult to recognize, although we can do it. So for such kind of variables where 10 or 12 or maybe more options are there, so in such cases we can build a bar chart. In Power BI there are two options. You can either go with stacked column chart, stacked bar chart, or there are various options here, or clustered column chart. So in order to draw a column chart, as we discussed, for subcategory, I will select this option here, stack column chart, and now it is asking us to pick two variables, x-axis and y-axis. In some versions of Power BI, if you are using older versions, so these options may be a bit different, like values and legends, things like that. So, but more or less they are like, what do you want to put on the x-axis, what do you want to put on the y-axis, and as a legend. So here as a legend, I don't want to display anything. Here on x-axis, I will put subcategories. So subcategory. And on the y-axis, I will put profit. So this way, you can see our column chart is created. I will make the size of this pie chart a little bit smaller, because we have to increase the horizontal length of our stack or this column chart to understand more. And here you can see we have, if you select any category, for example, let's select this category, so you can see the data is filtered. So this also happens in Power BI. These are interactive dashboards. So now we can change the color of these bars. So click on it, go to visuals, and here you can see x-axis, right? You can select x-axis color, which is color of these things, and we can go to general, we can go to effect, we can change the background of it. So this background, I will make it as a little bit darker background. And since it is a column chart, if you go to visual again and go to column again, so in column you can see the color, the default color is this blue color, and you can choose it as per your theme. So now you can see profit by subcategory. Similarly, we can choose a donut chart also, and donut chart is, as you can see, it has already fit in this particular section in fit. When you will collect this donut chart, here you will see what values do you want to display and what legend do you want to display. Again, legend is something, the variable that you want to display over here. So let's say we want to display region wise profit. So in legend we will put region. So you will have 4 regions, and then in values you can do this. And again, you can adjust the width and height according to your requirement, but this is how you can do this. And let's increase their height a bit. Again, these guidelines will help you in picking the right height. Now we want to display a map chart over here. So in our data, there are some geographical values also. That's why this data set is very important or very useful, because it has geographical data, numerical data, date. So it has almost all the variables to work with, all type of data types to work with. So in US, in this data, we have information of about 49 states in which items have been sold in this sample data set. So as you can see, Kentucky, California, Florida, and so on. So what we are going to do is, let's click on map, and it is automatically adjusting. So what we will make it half width. So if somehow map is not appearing in your case, then what you have to do is go to files, options, again options and settings, and then options, and here go to the security settings and scroll down a little bit. You will find map and field map visuals. Make sure that this is checked. If this is checked, then only you will see map visuals. It is powered by Bing Maps. And here you can see we are when we have selected the map visual over here, you can see location, legend, latitude. So you are seeing in Power BI, with every visual there is a different type of setting, and that's why we are doing it one by one, so that a we can understand how to design a dashboard or a report, and b we can understand how each and every plot and why, or in which case a particular type of visual must be created. So in map, as you can see, we can add state as a location. You can add city as a location also, because we have that field also here. You can add country as a location also. In our case, we will put city as a location. And you can see, as we dragged it, so all the states that are there, you can see some bubbles over states. Now this is only one axis. In order to show the profit, you can see there are various options like latitude, longitude. If you have those options available, suppose you don't have a location available like a state or city, but for some custom locations you have latitude and longitude fields available, so you can create a map and you can create these bubbles on the basis of that. So obviously, stay connected with us. We will, again, in the description you will find some links. We will create such visuals also, where we will have only latitude and longitude, but not the name of that exact city or state. And we will create some custom locations from latitude and longitude as well. Now after selecting a state, the next thing that you have to do is you have to increase or decrease the bubble size according to the profit that these states generated. When you have a geographical data, showing it in a map chart is very useful. So just select profit here and you will see the bubble size increasing and decreasing. So for example, if a state had more profit, its bubble size will increase. As you can see, in case of California, bubble size is more, but in case of Texas, it is profit is negative. That means this state resulted into some kind of loss of sale. So this is what you can do. For these charts also, you can go to this visual settings, general settings and title, and you can it is currently written profit by state, which is correct, but if you want to change something like total profit by state, just for demonstration, so it will be changed. And let's scroll down a little bit. You can change the text color, but I am just going to horizontally align it in center. So this is what you can do. You can play with those settings in order to make it more make it more attractive. Okay, with maps I want to show one more setting. In maps you have map setting, where you can select different styles of map. For example, you can choose aerial. So you can see aerial option here, dark. Just give me a minute. So I was not connected with the internet, that's why maybe. So when you will click grayscale, you can see road, aerial. Aerial is somehow not coming. In your case it will appear, and we have dark. In dark it shows darker shade. So maybe because of network connectivity, yeah, it is coming. So these settings will be according to your requirements. So I want to select the road style which I like, and this is how you will create a map chart. So after creating all of this, the last thing that we will create in this chapter is, in this lesson, is area chart. For that you have to click this area chart. You can drag this area chart also. Just a minute. So first I will click in this empty area. Click in this empty area and then click area chart. I will drag it to full screen, whatever area I have to work with. Now in this area chart also you can see we have x-axis, y-axis, secondary axis and so on, legend and everything. So in this area I want to show, again we can take segment, we can take whatever you want, but in this particular case I want to show profit by year and by region. So let's do that. So in order to show profit by year and by region, what we have done over here, like here on the axis you will see 2014, 15, 16, 17. So in this data we have sales data for starting from 2014 to 2017 end, and we have 4 regions: central, east, south and west. So we will try to bring the same data here, but for profit, that was for sales. So in x-axis drag order date. When you will drag order date, it will automatically show you these options. You can either remove year, quarter, month from here, but I will show you how to do this. We will leave it, and on y-axis you have to put the values, like the height of your area charts. So area chart basically within this area of a area chart, the area basically means how much sales in that particular region. The more area means more sales, simply. So in y-axis we will put profit, which will show us which region had more profit. Now since we have only selected profit and year, so with the help of area chart you can see with every year profit is increasing. This is one thing that we can say. Sorry for that one. This is one thing that we can say. Now what we have to do is, next thing, we have to bring some kind of categorical variable here also. So I am bringing region into legends. Sorry, region into legend. You can bring any other field here. So now you will see 4 area charts, right? You will see year-wise performance in every region. So let's select one of them. So in west region you can see overall performance, and you can see the map also automatically being dragged to left region, category wise profit, everything you can see, and here you can see only this region is there. If you are having now we can if you are having trouble clicking on these small legend bullets, you can click here also. This will simply make your dashboard for the profit that is being shown here is for this south region only. So that's how you can interact with the dashboard. So now what we will do is we will click on it, click on this graph, and here you will see these arrows. Okay, so these arrows are to drill down further in your variable. For example, we have in order date we have year, quarter, month and day. So what we are going to do is we are going to see this, we are going to select this option, expand all down one level in the hierarchy. So when you will click this, you will see data like this. So now it is for every quarter. So now the data is quarter wise, like in every year there will be 4 quarters. So like for example, quarter 1 2014, quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4. So now you will be able to see. Let's click on central region and you will see that in central region in some quarters we had loss, and in various quarters we had profit. So this is how you can analyze the data, you can interact with this dashboard. So now we have finished our dashboard development process, or the report that we have created. We can select this, and again a very simple thing to do, but we can either switch off the title or bring it or align it in center. Now you can collapse them so that you have a visual over. So this is our sample profit dashboard. I hope you understood the concept. Go ahead and try to create it and see for yourself. If you are facing any difficulty, you can write in the comment section. Thanks for watching the video. We will see you in other videos related to Power BI.
Please subscribe to our channel for more content related to machine learning, data analysis, and data science.